Hi and welcome to today's video. Well, it just had to happen. I'm driving down the road and the orange wrench light comes on. Well, like I said, it just had to happen. I'm driving down the road. I'm about ready to take a turn onto another road and take a little joyride because I haven't really had any joyrides lately and I haven't taken any pictures. And just as I was about to take the turn, I noticed that my orange wrench light was on. The wrench light is an indicator that there's a transmission issue. And anyway, I called the dealership though, and I found out that it actually could be an engine or transmission or something to do with throttle or the powertrain, whatever. Anyway, so I scrapped the idea of taking a joyride and headed to the grocery store. Just as I was pulling into it, drove fine. And it was solid, and just as I was pulling into the grocery store, it kind of started to get sluggish, and hesitate, like it didn't want to go. So I pulled it into a parking spot around to the side of the building. Anyway, called the dealership, made an appointment, decided to get out and check the transmission fluid to see where that was, and as far as I could see, is low. It was definitely low. So I went inside the store, but the grocery store didn't have any transmission fluid. I decided to call the dealership back, maybe see if they could give me a little information on, if I add transmission fluid myself, how long I let it idle, what I do, because I've heard that you let it idle for 15 minutes to make sure, because you don't want to overfill it. That's really bad. It can break the seals in the transmission. Anyway, well, they told me in no uncertain terms, no, don't do that. Just stop the car on the side of the road, basically, if that's where you're at, and have it towed. Well, I'm in a really kind of a precarious situation where I'm at, where I am right now. I'm just kind of a precarious situation because getting it towed is just... anyway, I got a lot to do. I got work. I got so much to do. Well, anyway, it is what it is. So I called I went online, checked Enterprise, checked some rental car agencies to see if I could get a rental car for today. And today's a Thursday. There's no availability at any of the rental car agencies anywhere around here within just literally every place that I checked out as much as an hour away or 30 minutes away, at least 30 to 45 away, and there's no availability for a rental car. I think the airport may have popped up, but really there's just no availability. And I don't want a van, I don't want anything, anyway. So they nixed that idea and told me that I needed to just have it towed in, yada yada yada. I'm kind of in a precarious situation because I'm not at home. I'm couch surfing. I don't have anyone really I can rely on. I don't have another car. This is the only car I have. I take that back. My ex-husband's driving a car that is mine, but I've had so many issues with that car that, to be honest, I'm terrified to drive it. I may be around town now. When I head back to Hendersonville, North Carolina, and I take the car in, because I do have to take this car in so they can run the codes and see what the code was for the transmission, anyway, or the wrench. Personally, I could be wrong, and I'm hoping this is all it is. I'm hoping that maybe it's just the transmission lines. I've had the transmission lines. I've replaced transmission lines in almost every vehicle that I've owned, so I'm kind of thinking hopefully that'll be it, but I don't know. And I most likely will have to take the other car and hope that I don't have any issues. It had an issue where it would literally die in the road, but my ex-husband's been driving it, and but he doesn't drive it far anyway, and I of course won't be driving it far either. But anyway, because I got a lot to take care of, and this really came at a bad time because I'm supposed to head back to West Virginia. Already had my aunt's car towed back. I'm having to play touch and go and phone tag and whatever with the mechanic there to get her car fixed because it needs a new engine, and my cousin told me in no uncertain terms that I had to replace the engine because I drove it from West Virginia to North Carolina for a deposition, and they told me not to do it, and it's my responsibility to fix that car, so I have to do that. And now I've got my car I have to fix. Anyway, hold on. Okay, hold up. Be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try to wrap this up and make it as short as possible. I did a different view. I did like 9/16 than I normally do 1/1, which I like a little better. The sun's coming right in on me, so I'm going to wrap it up. But anyway, I got to take care of my aunt's car. I have to do that. I have to take care of my own car. Initially, I made the appointment. They said they could look at my car tomorrow, but unfortunately, I can't get a rental car that fast, and I still need to get back to the area where my ex-husband is to even, possibly take the other car. I got to get stuff out of this one for a few days, whatever. Staying at the house, that's a precarious situation because we're kind of in a position where we're about to lose it. In fact, I need to move stuff to my storage unit, which I cannot do in the other car. I would be terrified to do that, drive that car, because my storage unit's about 25 or 30 miles from where the house is. But anyway, this is kind of a precarious time because there's so much I'm trying to work. I'm got to head back to West Virginia, get my aunt moved out to Oklahoma, Dead Women Crossing, Oklahoma. So, there's just so much. Anyway, so much. So, anyway, I called the dealership because I am able to get a rental car on next week, middle of next week. So I'm going to see how that works out. Maybe I can just take the other car, save myself the $200, like the $300, because this dealership is slow. I mean, they really are kind of slow. I used to live in the area, so they think that they can just take as long as they want. When you're dropping your car off, they think they can just take as long as they want to work on it. I mean, the last time my car was in, they had it for a whole month. Anyway, and I can't really stay at the house. I mean, because my ex-husband, and I've talked about this before, he's toxic, he's difficult. This is a very difficult time, a difficult situation. He got rid of his bed, so he took mine, so I don't really even have a bed. I don't want to sleep on the floor. He said he would sleep on the floor, but that's not a good situation either, and it's not a good situation with him, and it's just not a good situation all the way around. So to be honest with you, I would rather take the other car and hope it doesn't break down as opposed to being in that toxic, difficult situation. It's just for me, it's a better situation just not to be with him. There are some things I need to take care of in that area before I head to West Virginia and then on to Texas. So I guess it's good that it happened now. I don't know. I just hope that the wrench light is not a big issue. I hope that this is not a transmission problem. It is not a full-blown needs another transmission. I know I had some problems with hard changing about 2 years ago, but they did a flush and that corrected the issue. So I really hope that this is just hopefully not too expensive, and hopefully maybe it will just be the transmission lines and not a whole transmission replacement, which will take a while to do. Of course, I guess it's better now. I mean, it's better that I'm here, better that I am still, because as bad as it is, I could probably stay at the house if I absolutely had to. I don't want to. I do have the other car. So there is a little bit of leeway there. And as far as staying with my friends, which I'm staying with now, I'm at that point where I'm wearing out my welcome. It's time to go. In fact, I was planning on leaving, I think next week. So this is where I'm at. And hopefully this is not a big issue on my car. Hopefully they just get it fixed. It doesn't take long for them to fix it, and hopefully it's something small. It's not big. I spoke to the lady advisor, and she was really super nice. She was really helpful, really great. But then when I called back and talked to that guy, I just bad taste in my mouth. I did not like it. But this is where I have to take the car because this is where my ex-husband is. This is where I'm going to have to take the other car. Hope I either get the rental car or take the other car. I haven't really fully decided. Making some changes. Not some changes. I'm talking about my hair, whatever. I'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, it just had to happen. The orange wrench light had to come on, and I hoped and prayed that would never happen. But it turns out that the wrench light can actually be an engine or transmission issue, which makes no sense because there's an engine light. So anyway, makes no sense. Anyway, hope to see you guys in the next video. Hope everyone has a good week. It's Thursday. God bless. Peace.